And for some comment and analysis, let's cross over live to Sydney. And Gavin Stacey, a fixed income strategist at Barclays Capital, joins us now. Hi, Gavin. Thanks for joining us today.
Hi.
Gavin,
Hi, how are you?
19 out of 25 economists we surveyed said we'd get a rate hike today. What went wrong?
Yes, I know. It was a very surprising result. Seemingly, the RBA has been trying to massage market expectations higher over the last couple of weeks with commentary, and then they don't go through with a rate hike. Very interesting.
I mean, they do cite the US, they do cite European prospects as being modest. Are they the main reasons?
I think there's general uncertainty about the US and Europe. However, things have got better over there over recent times. They've also come out and talked about China and emerging Asia as still remaining strong. So it's not as if you can pinpoint anything specific on the global growth front that would have them holding back on a rate hike.
I mean, now we've had time to think about it, or about half an hour. Do you think that it was the sensible move? I mean, they do admit that rates are required, higher rates are required at some point. I mean, is there any harm in holding pat for another month?
Oh, normally, one would have expected them to hike interest rates after the CPI. However, it was this sort of commentary over recent times which brought that rate hike risk ahead of the CPI. So, of course, we've presumably just gone back to where we were a couple of weeks ago. But I think maybe what's changed the story for the RBA is the fact that the Fed has really signalled that QE, quantitative easing, is a very likely scenario near term. That's obviously going to put downward pressure on the US dollar and hence upward pressure on the Australian dollar. Maybe the RBA just wants to see how that QE story is going to play out with the currency before acting.
So where does it go from here then, Gavin? I mean, how many more rate hikes in 2010?
Well, I think the RBA has signalled that policy is appropriate for the time being. Normally that signals that they are thinking of a rate hike in the near term. We obviously think they will hike again this year, maybe even twice this year, depending on how that sort of Australian dollar QE nexus sort of plays out.
OK, Gavin, thanks for joining us today. Gavin Stacey there from Barclays Capital.